Hi and welcome back for a part 2 of how to live stream with the MineA5 camera. I started the video with upgrading to the latest version before moving on to discovering more features. I first noticed a new version was available because there was a red dot displayed next to the settings icon from the main menu, and as I followed the red dot through the menu, I ended up on the upgrade page telling me that there was a new version available. I thought there was some interesting improvements there described that I was interested in trying out, especially the second improvement here, talking about the audio options now supporting being saved across camera restarts. This is a bug that we noticed and talked about in the first video, so I was very excited to see that it could have been potentially fixed in this newer version. So I started the upgrade when I was still on the 4G network at home. The download was very slow. The upgrade actually failed the first time because of how bad the 4G connection was at home. You'll see in the accelerated version here of the first attempt that the download seems to have worked, but then at the very end of the upgrade it shows an error message. I reconnected the camera to the Wi-Fi and just restarted the same operation, which worked perfectly fine. The download was much faster to start with, and then I was able to finish the upgrade and I saw the camera restarting on the new version. Before, on the older version, when trying to change the audio settings, for example, if you wanted to use the external microphone or change the volume level of your stream, the audio settings will stay for as long as the camera was on, but it would never be permanently saved if you would turn the camera off and back on again. You would have to change your volume setting every single time, your audio settings, every single time you had your camera turned back on. I wanted to make sure that was the bug that was fixed that they were talking about in the release notes, which I did. It worked, it's now fixed, which is pretty awesome. With the MineA5 camera, you have the ability to record and store your video onto a micro SD card. You can insert the SD card on the slot located on the side of the camera. You will need either longer nails or some tools to click the card in. It was pretty hard for me to do with my fingers. And then I was able to see my card file structure going into the settings and storage area. And from there you can browse for existing files, filter by type, like audio, video, images, and so on. Anyway, if you have the SD card in, then you can start recording your video. You can use either the MineA5 application, or you can simply press the record button for 1 or 2 seconds. Once it starts recording, you will see a standing green LED next to the camera icon, and the dot next to the REC text will start blinking. If you want to stop the recording, just press again on the record button for another 2 seconds, so we want a long press on the button. And then once your video is recorded, you can eject the SD card and read it using an SD card reader plugged to your computer. If you want to remove the SD card before you do so, make sure the camera is either turned off or use the eject button to eject the SD card first before you get it out of the slot. So we just covered how to record and also how to live stream in the part 1 video. Well, with this camera, you can actually both record and live stream at the same time. So here I'm using the touchscreen again to first start the recording, and then I will go ahead and start the live stream. And I'm using the LEDs on the side to confirm that the recording and the live stream is happening. This operation can also be done remotely from your phone using the MineA5 application. If you want to mount the camera in the car upside down, you're gonna have to flip the image by 180 degrees. You're gonna have to go to the settings, then camera screen, and then under clip, click on upside down. And don't forget to save the settings. This camera also has on-screen display features named OSD in the menu. You can use OSD both when recording or live streaming. The OSD features allow you to overlay different types of elements on top of your video, such as text and images. It's a very fun feature to use and to play with. For any of the elements like the images and the text, you can choose where exactly to place them on top of your video stream. I did find it was easier to use the OSD feature from the MLive app phone rather than from the touchscreen. So here I'm showing you how to use the OSD features to add a picture as well as some text on top of your video. You can add 3 different pictures and then select from your phone which picture you want to use, and then once you have selected a photo, you can find them again in your history pick. For the text, you can have 3 different types of text. You can layer them anywhere you want, and then if you have a very long text, there is an option to make the text row in a loop. And you can also choose the color for the text and the color for the background. You can see the preview of the overlay in the top area of the phone app. And if you want to move your text or your images, just drag and drop the text in the preview area. Once you're done with all your changes, you can just save the overlay, and then you can check the overlay in your camera. And that will be used when you either record or live stream. So this is an example of an overlay that I built using the MineA5 overlay. You can also use the Myraces.Live overlay app to add your live scored board, and your MineA5 overlay will be exposed underneath it. This concludes the part 2 of how to live stream with the MineA5. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any feedback, comments or questions, please add them in the comment sections of the video, and thanks for watching.